We're at the Chicagoland Travel and Fishing Expo, and I'm excited about the possibility of selling some trips, but more excited that I finally met my crack dealer. Dan Brovarney has been building my swim jigs thanks to an introduction from our mutual friend TJ Malio for how many years? 15 years?
Yeah, it's 15, maybe even 20.
Honestly, best swim jig you can get. I'll just say it. I use them in Mexico. I've used them up north. I've used them at home. They catch them everywhere. But I want to ask you, what makes your swim jig different than any others?
It's the hook. Hook is number one. It's a custom Gamakatsu. It's a fine wire hook instead of a heavy wire hook so that it pierces, penetrates, doesn't bend. Next thing is the weed guard. The weed guard is there to act as a keel, so that when you're reeling it in, you hit something that turns sideways, it comes right back to running straight, so it doesn't end up caught in the weeds, caught in the woods, caught in the whatever. They're all hand-tied. I do two varieties, one with living rubber, one with silicone. The benefit of the living rubber is that it fluffs more and that it's more durable, so places like the Mississippi River, where you expect to go out and catch 50 fish a day, they don't destroy the skirt. The benefit with the silicone is that you can get more natural colors, you can get brighter hues, you can get lighter hues, you can do like a fly tire does, you can match the hatch. A lot of times I'll get people send me a picture of a crab or a shad or whatever and ask me, can you do this? And then we do it, and it ends. I know the
Potomac Blue.
The blue crab one is one of your favorites. And then after that, it's all about putting the trailers on it. Different trailers for different situations.
So give me your top two or three trailers.
Early in the season, I want something with big honking twin tails. That'd be the Chunky D, the Zoom Super Speed Craw, and in Wisconsin and in the Midwest, sapphire blue is my go-to color. You want something that's that bluegilly-ish color that the bass think they're eating the fry or they think they're eating the eggs, and they'll wail on it. After that, when they get to garden fry, you want a swim tail, a swim bait, but a stiffer one so it waddles, so it looks like it's darting in and eating fry. Then after that, it's all about the cover. It's eelgrass, standard straight tail will come through the eelgrass well. It's open water, something like a 3.8 Kitech is pretty priceless. And then, by the size of the forage, if it's the shadow real small, use a smaller trailer. If the shadow really big, go honking big. They eat it for one of a couple reasons. It's uglier and thin. They want it out of the gene pool. That's where your oranges and your bright yellows and your pinks come in. Natural colors, bluegillies, crawfish, shad, and then just standard, everybody uses in color. Blue, Blue Devil I sell the most of every year. Black blue, black purple, white chartreuse. I can tell on the Mississippi River when the fishing started to school on shad, because all of a sudden my entire order profile goes white and chartreuse within a week.
So I'm a guy, I try to keep it simple. Obviously, I order a lot of different colors to try them out.
Yep.
But black and blue, a watermelon, green pumpkin, or brown, something in there.
Yep.
And a white or shad color.
A white or shad
Give me
color.
like two or three sleeper colors, either regional colors or things that you sell more of than you'd like to admit.
So you're going to make me make some more of them, is what you're telling me.
Make more of them? Maybe make some enemies, too.
Okay. In Florida, there's one that's called Mark's Magic, which I make for Mark Shepard, who's a guide down at Okeechobee. And it's basically, it's clear with silver flake. And he pairs it up with something to make it look like a golden shiner. I sell a lot of those. Blue Devil is my #1 seller every year. Light Bright, which is the white chartreuse with the tinsel. Shimmer, which is the white chartreuse without tinsel. Ringo, white chartreuse, white with just tinsel. White meat, which is just white. Some guys don't like the tinsel because they find that it gets on their grub and they don't like what it does. Other guys they want double tinsel. The kid that won 2 years ago, him and his partner won the high school national championship. What I make for him is a gold Ringo, which is white with gold tinsel, but it's got double tinsel. Yeah, the thing looks like a tinsel bomb coming through the water, but I mean, the kid has won in Wisconsin. He's won in down south. Got a full ride scholarship to college. I mean,
now I've seen you also have regional color. Like you have a Winnebago color.
Yep, and the guys on Winnebago, they want a red head. So I did one that's got a red head. It's white chartreuse. There's one that Dr. Death and Mad Doctor, which are for a doctor down in the Quad City area. His name is J.J. Patton. He's a legend down there, and he sent me a picture of a shad he was snagging on jerkbaits, and said, "Can you do this?" And I couldn't decide if it was more shad or more chartreuse or less chartreuse, so I did two. And it turns out that when the water's a little darker, the chartreuse one works a little better. And when it's a little darker, the other one works a little better. And sometimes it's just that much, and they see it.
Are you a braid guy or a fluorocarbon guy?
I have turned into a fluorocarbon guy. I used to be a braid guy, but what I found is that I can get so much distance with the braid, much more than I mean with the fluorocarbon than I could with the braid. And I think I have a better feel. And I mean, the other trick is that don't use too stiff a rod. That's the, if I can tell you one thing, it doesn't matter if it's my swim jig or anybody else's swim jig, when they hit it, they need to load up on it. And if the rod is too stiff, then you don't get them. It just, and if they're nipping, drop it back to them. Because they came up and they went to the effort to try and kill it, and you keep pulling it away from them, it's like they give up. But if you pause, they think they got it. And then that's when you get the whammo strikes, the ones where they just annihilate it.
It's awesome. I mean, it was a life-changing moment when I got introduced to them on the Potomac by TJ.
Yeah, I mean, that's my. I don't advertise. I don't have major pro staffs. My major sales, it comes on Monday and Tuesday after guys got their butts handed to them on Saturday and Sunday. They pick up that little yellow card and they call up the number or get on the website.
So what's the best way for someone to make an order? Website's
the easiest.
Brovarneybaits.com.
Brovarneybaits.com. And
market.
And it's what I'm going to do. I don't know how long I'm going to do it. Getting up there in the years and thinking about maybe it's time to go fishing.
Stock up. The point is stock up. But wait until I get my order in first.
Your order's covered.
Thank you, man. It's great to finally meet you.
Perfect. And the magic behind the brains behind the operation, the magic. Turn the camera on yourself. Come on, you can do it. There you go, big red.
What's your favorite color swim jig?
Black and blue.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate it.